Go! Go! Go!
Yes. Yes. Let's go. Let's make some money. Oh, feels so good to be live again, baby. It's been so long. I'm so jacked up right now. I'm excited. Very excited. Team A dropping the shade in there. It does feel like it's been 84 years, but here we are. We're live again. And we've got MLB, my friends, and NASCAR. It's going to be an exciting time. I'm very, very excited to be streaming with y'all tonight. It has been a hot minute. I am talking like, it's been like 3-4 months. I mean, the old days on Twitch, and here we are on YouTube, and it's been an adjustment. It's been an adjustment hopping over to YouTube and making it the platform for everybody. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see some of my friends show back up here. And if you're tuning in today, let's build some lineups. If you have not tuned into one of my live streams in a long time, we did it a ton on Twitch for about, 8 to 10 months or so. Had a nice following going over there, and I'm excited to get going today. So here's what we're going to do. At any time during today's stream, I want you to fire off any question you want right there in chat. Holler at me, let me know what's going on, what your question is, and I want to help you out. I want to be able to answer your questions and make sure that I can help you feel confident for tonight's races and feel confident for the MLB slate, which might end up being a single game slate, in which case we're going to have to talk about how to attack it. And I think there's one thing we can actually do tonight, and that is focus on the second game. Should the first one get rained out during the game, I believe the sites will actually carry on with the slate since it's already begun. If it is canceled prior, let's say that first game in Washington is rained out, then the entire slate will be scrapped. So if you think the slate's going to be, if the game's going to be called during the game, 9 o'clock showers or thunderstorms or something, and they won't be able to finish it, well, maybe some extra exposure on that second game is the way to go. If you're watching right now too, do me a huge favor and hit that like button. Stuff like that is very, very supportive for me. And go ahead and let me know that you appreciate it by hitting that sub button as well. So I want to make some lineups today as well. We're going to do both Fantasy Cruncher, and of course we'll do some DraftKings. Sound good? And then at any time, please, by all means, stop me. Now, I have up my initial pool that I put up. This is not my initial, actually. This is the final pool. And if you are, and mostly I think the only people tuning in right now are going to be my current patreon.com/riserfall members. Down below in the description section, if you do happen to be somebody new, by all means, check it out right now. You just go ahead, grab that link down below. It's completely free. It's got my projection sheet. This is, actually has the study hub for for NASCAR, which is this puppy right here, where you can look at all sorts of goodies. And I'll sort this by the starting position, and we can kind of look at everything as we go. The green dot identifiers for #DadLife. If you're hopping on right now after dinner, you just got done cleaning up the kids, and you're like, man, I need something quick. I need it fast. Boom. Just look at the green dots. Look for 3 greens if you can, 2 greens if you can. Try to stay away from red as much as you can as well. If you're diving a little bit deeper into it, go ahead. Start looking at track history a bit. Start looking at the last 6 races, last 15, and dive into the projections and the values, the ownerships, all that good stuff. If you are one of my members in my Ronin tier, let's go ahead and grab that. So we're going to scroll down to the NASCAR Ronin links. I wrote these big notes up for y'all today. I'm gonna open up this sheet real quick just because I want to be able to use it while I'm streaming. It's been a minute. Let me make my window a little bit bigger. Okay, so I've got my tiered rankings popped up, and I wanted to talk about how to use these real quick for MME. Now, personally, what I did is I went out of my way and I put these players in groups. Okay, so I did my tier 1. I was like, listen, I want at least 3 of this group of 6 in every single lineup I can. I did that for like 100 lineups. Then I added the tier 2, my second targets, and I made a group of them, and I said I want at least 1 in each lineup. And the tier 3 players ended up just being the rest of the player pool. So, you can look at it this way. I ended up, I think, 24, 25 drivers or so total out of tonight's. And because I did it the way I did, I had extensive ownership on like the first 15 drivers or so in my pool. In the back 10, I would say, they really didn't get too much exposure. And if you're doing like a single entry tonight, again, you're going to try to jam in as many as you can from tier 1, and then and only then will you grab any driver from tier 2. If for whatever reason you cannot complete a lineup after that, you're going to move on to tier 3, grab somebody that fits in there price wise, and that is the way that I suggest using the quick tiered rankings. So what I've done is I have uploaded the projections here from the study hub into DraftKings, into Fantasy Cruncher. I'll go to advanced options. Let's run 2 uniques, 49.2K team salary. This is the minimum. That means no lineup will be less than $49,200. The randomness, you can throw this on whatever you choose. 5 to 10% works for me if you're on pro. If you're using classic randomness, it's going to be a little bit different. So we'll go 10%, and here we go. So let's go over to the advanced options. I was in the middle of trying to make this as fast as I could. Off the top of my head, I think McDowell was one of the other ones, and was it Reddick, tier 1? I don't know. I can't remember, but let's say it was this. So we're going to plug in, and let's say we want 2 of each. This is all I did, my friends. I just kept making different groups for my 150. I would chunk them in like 50, maybe 20 to 50 at a time. And I took out a bunch of drivers here for this demonstration here, because there's a lot of drivers I'm not really on, and they kept showing up in my initial exposure. Now, if you're doing like 150 max, oh, by the way, that's what I want to do. I want to do show you guys 20 max. If you're doing 150 max, by all means, leave the entire pool, and that's fine. But just find ways to do groups on these other drivers to make sure you get exposure to the right driver. Clayton Kershaw placed on IL. Oh my gosh, that just changes things, huh? Wow, that's a big one, actually. Let me circle back to that in a hot second, okay? I'll get back to that. So let's finish up with NASCAR. We'll slide on over to baseball. Man, the heck are they going to do? Is that a Dustin May will start for Clayton Kershaw. Oh my gosh, what a disaster of a 2-game opening day slate for MLB. Oh my goodness, Clayton Kershaw. I threw an extra thumb over on Michael McDowell. I think he's the key to winning today's slate. I truly do. I keep seeing everyone say play Corey LaJoie, play Nemechek, play Priest, Dillon, even Lawnmower Suarez down here. Yeah, they're all fine options, I guess, but give me the upside of McDowell, who can get inside the top 10 here and there. And if he does get inside the top 10, you are much better off than these guys going up from 37th to 27th, right? I mean, yeah, that's great. Good job, Suarez. Good job, Priest, 35th to 25th. Dillon, 36th to 26th. That's fine. That's all good. We're talking 5x, just about 10 points for position differentials. And then, the position points earned, any fastest laps they might have, laps led, which I doubt they're getting many of, if any, down there. But a driver like McDowell truly can get some laps led. He can get some fastest laps. And each and every week, we see him grab a few of those. Here we go. We got one lap. Oh, no, that's not right. So he'll get some fastest laps led. Laps led, it's hard for him because he starts so far back. So listen, if he gets like 10 fastest laps or so, even if it's just like 5 or 6, it's an extra little bit that will help him out. If we're talking about position differentials, let's say he finishes like 17th place. Would anybody be shocked to see Michael McDowell finish in 17th place? I mean, that right there is 27 points. If he goes from 27th place up to 17th, that's 10-point differential. That puts him at 37 points for the day. You know, my projections right now have him at 31.25. I think that, my friends, is conservative. Yeah, Eric, we got that Kershaw to IL for sure. We're going to make sure we update that, and I'll probably end up ending the stream quickly here, not too long, actually, so that I make sure that I can get all the tools and everything updated inside Discord. And we are, by the way, we are up to 383 members today. Can you guys believe it? Unbelievable support y'all give me. So I gave a thumb to Michael McDowell to make sure that we get some extra exposure here, because I think this is conservative. I think that, 34 to 37 points is probably the range he'll end up in today. And I think, of course, we've seen him as of late have much more upside. So let's crunch out 20 lineups, see what this looks like. And we will click on my pool. And I like this. I don't really want any Bowman, Kozlowski, Kyle Busch. Truly, you could probably even take those guys out if you don't want to go out of your way for a 20 max. You're looking at a tighter pool. Truex Jr., I wish I had some exposure to. I might try to go out of my way to get off Blaney a little bit and move over to Truex. Harvick, I'm okay, 80%, totally like that. Kurt Busch, kind of a dark horse there, has had very solid track history here. If we're looking at Kurt Busch, come all the way over here, 4th, 7th, 18th, 8th, 2nd. In the last 5 years, we're talking 4 finishes in the top 8. And if we're looking at the last 6 races, I mean, he's been top 10 in 50% of them. Can he do that again today? I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out very soon. But, I like that upside. I like that he is starting 9th, and he's sandwiched in between drivers who are going to be highly owned. Chase Elliott, Hamlin, Kyle Busch. These guys are going to be like 20, 25%, I would imagine. Chase Elliott, he's getting talked about everywhere. Yeah, it is, Greg. It is booming, bro. Okay, so let's go over to back to here. Let's see. We got Clint Boyer, 50%. You guys know I'm on him big time. I like that this basically just planted the flag for me over Jimmy Johnson. Get your exposure to Jimmy on FanDuel at his price point, which is better than Clint Boyer on FanDuel. But look at this difference in points. $1,400 cheaper for Boyer. I think Ryan Newman's kind of sneaky here too. It might be somebody I might try to go out of my way a little bit to get on like Super Draft at 1.6 multiplier. I think off the top of my head, I think that's right. By the way, you need a Super Draft promo down below in the description section. There's one there for you. It gives you some extra money into your account. Give that a look. Now, let's go down a little bit here. So McDowell, give him that thumbs up, ended up with 80%. I like that. Reddick at 50%. Big fan of Reddick tonight. Hard not to be. Finished 9th place. Last time they raced here, starting 21st, I think. Yep, 21st. Finished 9th. Always has chance at fastest laps led. These guys down here just kind of spreading out exposure a little bit. You might want to plant your flag a little bit. Take out a driver like Suarez. Maybe take out either Priest or Ty Dillon. Take out LaJoie or Nemechek. One of these guys. Try to tighten it up down here. Maybe we take out Nemechek because of his 30th starting position. Take out LaJoie. Leave these 35th, 36th, 37th for a single entry. Like a 3 max or something. Right? So let's see what this looks like. Yeah, there it goes. This is exactly what I was hoping happened. Spreads out the ownership a bit down here. Gives me one of each, which is kind of ideal. And we're getting 100% on Harvick, Blaney, Boyer, and McDowell. Okay, that is because we had our group. Let's turn off our group for 3 max, and let's run that again. There we go. Guys, look at who the core is. Harvick, Blaney, and McDowell. Let's go back to my Discord notes real quick. Let's take a peek. If making a single lineup, Harvick, Reddick, McDowell. Awesome. Awesome. All right, let's take off McDowell's thumbs, which is an 8% increase on the projections. And let's calculate. Let me show you the difference on what happens for this 20 max. Look, he dropped all the way down to 55%, my friends. So as soon as you take off that thumb, you lose that 8% boost on the projection, and he goes down to 55%. Now, if you do these quickly and you don't know how to tweak projections, again, if you're watching, I see about 20 of you or so, hit those like buttons for me, okay? It helps me out big time for future live streams. This was my first one on YouTube, and I think I've done one before like a month ago. And then whenever I spawn these on people, people, and no one's ever ready for them. So that stuff helps me out. Hit that like button for me. Now, if I change the thumb, like let's say I want to have more McDowell, maybe I didn't get any Jimmy and I want some Jimmy, put a thumb on Jimmy like that. You can change exposures simply by putting on some thumbs. Driver like Truex Jr. might have to even put a couple on there. That would be a 16% increase on his projections. That is just about 7.5 points, which will put him up to 59.28 projected, which would be a 5.9 value, which makes him the highest. So watch, Truex with 2 thumbs on there might end up being one of my higher owned drivers now. 65%, Martin Truex Jr. That's crazy. So I slapped a couple thumbs on him, and now I got exposure to him. But look, it took away from Ryan Blaney, who previously was 100%. It took away 30% from Kevin Harvick, and added a bunch more down here for these cheap drivers. So be aware that when you start to do stuff like that, oh, thank you, Ray. I appreciate that. Thanks for the tidbit. Hakeem, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. You guys crack me up. So when you make these little adjustments, it has huge ripple effects on what is going on. So be sure to be aware of how these things change. Okay, let's talk baseball real quick. Let's go look at Dustin May. We have to look at Dustin May now, right? I mean, what is his price tag? Will people adjust quick enough? Man, this slate just got so gross. Dustin May. Am I forgetting how to add him? Do they just not have him in the player pool? I wonder if they'll add him. Depth chart. Is he a long reliever? Oh, man. He's not... I mean, this is turning into one of those slates, and I hate saying it. I hate saying, hey, Tyler, did you find a way to get him in there? Is he just not available in the player pool yet? Are they going to add him late? That'll be interesting. Look at the wording. This is what we were talking about. Let me hide my camera a bit. Remove non-probables. Ah, thank you. I missed that down there, Shane. It's been a hot minute. Thank you very much. Okay, let's grab Dustin May. 8.5K, so they had him priced up. I mean, pricing doesn't matter today. You're going to have thousands of dollars left over. So that doesn't matter, my friends. That doesn't matter. Let's remove non-probables again. We got Dustin May in there. I think ideally this is what you do. You just do this now. You plug him in. You just simply plug him in. You know, not everybody's going to change their lineups tonight. There's going to be some dead lineups. You're giving yourself maybe, I don't know, let's say 5 to 7%. Probably won't even change the Kershaw stuff. You know, we're talking about a first night, man. Not everybody's going to be back in the swing of things. I would imagine maybe not 7%, 3 to 5% of dead lineups will have Kershaw in there. That'll be interesting. I think you can go ahead and get somebody who, you know, look, I mean, I was live and hadn't done this in a hot second. There's going to be a lot of people that don't remember how to do that too, without going back and trying to figure it out. So unless DraftKings adds him to the active player pool, which they potentially will before, you know, late swaps are possible, then there's a chance that you might get some dead lineups in there with Clayton Kershaw. So anyways, I think Dustin May is the way to go now. Now it's kind of difficult because what are you going to do? I mean, this game is going to have rain in it. I live in the DC area. They're talking about thunderstorms. I mean, you know, DraftKings has said basically if the game starts prior to the time, then it's going to count. But if it is not, Darren Ruff has been added to a player pool. Who cares? But if it's canceled prior to lock, then the entire slate gets canceled. So let's say this game starts and Cole and Scherzer, you know, only throw a couple innings and then it rains, it's long delay, and they don't go back out. You're screwed. You're going to wish you had some exposure to someone like Johnny Cueto, as dangerous as that sounds. And I think there's an opportunity here, especially in these stupid contests where, you know, 250 to first place. I don't think there'll be a lot of people matching up their pitchers against one another. And definitely because Cueto, I mean, what's our ownership projection on Cueto actually? Has CG updated these in chat? He must have. I'm looking at DK ownership. That's pretty high. TK ownership, Cueto extremely low. Okay, I don't know if pitchers got updated yet. I know he was working on them well. That update came out, so he's probably working on getting Dustin May updated in the study hub. This is the MLB study hub. By the way, down below in the description section, you can grab that if you like. That's very interesting to me. This is probably how I do it. To be honest, friends, I've been pushing this for the last like 24 hours, though. Whatever money you put into MLB tonight, you need to make sure it is hobby investments. The money where you're going to make money tonight is going to be on NASCAR, truly. You got a lot of people paying attention to MLB. Might be a little bit more watered down. Over at NASCAR, if less people are playing it, if they're focused on MLB and they're tired of losing in a volatile sport, well, I hate to break to you, you're playing a 2-game slate. One has rain, one just lost the starting pitcher. This is more volatile than anything else out there tonight. So whatever you play, you're playing for hobby-type money. Listen, my friends, I kid you not, like 7 messages. I'm seeing my alerts in Discord right now popping up here. Everyone must be kind of freaking out about Clayton Kershaw. I'm cutting this short now, because I have 383 members to take care of. I need to update projections for MLB. NASCAR is ready to go. Make money, my friends. Focus on the NASCAR. I got that very long-winded strategy right up in Discord. You've got the exclusive sheet with all of my personal player pool, my personal projections. You've got the study hub up. This thing's gorgeous, very easy to read, very smooth, separated by these color-coded tabs here to tell you where you are and what you're looking at, track history, projections, Vegas. So please, give it a look. Try it out. If you want to join us, join in on the fun, patreon.com/riseorfall. A lot of cool stuff coming out. We have sports betting starting August 1st. A lot to do. I'm going to go help out my members right now. Let's go make some money, my friends. Hit that sub button. Hit that like button. I will catch you later. Next time, I will give you a little heads up, actually, on the stream. Actually, tomorrow, I believe, at 1:30, I said, I'm doing a 15-ticket giveaway for Super Draft. Tune in, okay? I'll put out some announcements. We'll have more people participating, so you'll have a chance. All right. Dudes, dudettes,